Come on in. I so wasn't ready. It just hit play. Come on in. I guess I'm going to go with it. So here we are. Wow, didn't expect it. All right, so yeah, we're going to do your reading for April 2026. Come on in. You know the drill, right? You know the drill. All right, we're going to move these things here. All right. I've already called in everybody's spirit guides and everything, so we're covered on that end. Clarity Mountain, yeah. All right, somebody searching for clarity. Looks like a very serene kind of look. Something about that cold with the sun shining. I like it on the mountain. There's clarity, something clear. Something's clear as day. Okay, we'll just leave it at that. Oh boy. Plants, growth. Yeah, look at the rack of on this elk or caribou or whatever it is. Number 19 for those who care. That reminds me of, the traditional crowns, hats, whatever that may be through time. The larger the crown or the hat, the more power they had, or something about that. But plants, maybe somebody is a horticulturalist out there. This is in your present. So maybe you're planting plants for the spring, but ultimately it's talking about growth. Somebody has clearly grown, clearly evolved even, I guess. Okay. Or that's what it's about. Time, discipline, number 41. Yeah, TikTok. Something about time. I'm thinking like, usually when you get time like this, it's like telling you need to do something. It's time or something. I don't know. We're going to let that be for now. And you can discern your way through, and so will I as we go, right? Yeah. Somebody's been disciplined. Comfort and hearth, hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Being being in that comfort zone, right? Home, where you're most comfortable. The hearth is where people used to gather. That's where they would eat, keep warm, talk. Yeah, so something about the hearth, maybe the kitchen even. Connection and the biome, yeah, how everything is connected, the whole planet, how we are connected. I feel like you're going to be coming into something in the next few weeks, like a realization of how things are connected, whatever that means. All right, we'll start with that. We're going to get some more of the vibe here. Narcissist, right off the bat. Clear as day, right over it. Yep, here we go. Chaos, upheaval, disaster, downfall is exactly what the narcissist is all about. Growth in plants right over it, however. Chaos, somebody's grown from it. I'm not sure how that's going to be yet. Maybe they're growing chaos. Or they grew chaos. Consequences, bad choices, games, mixed signals, crowning you. Somebody had discipline, and there's consequences to everything. This narcissist, right? All right. Feel like we're going to get down. We're getting down, baby. Harmony. Comfort and home and harmony. I like it. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework is to be balanced, however, around the home. Hi there. Or centered, right? Grounded. Something harmonizing the home, maybe. epiphany, self-reflection, unanswered questions, and untapped talent. Somebody's going to be coming into, didn't I just say, the idea of how things are connected? Yeah, you're going to you're going to be seeing how it's playing out or something, how something is playing out. We're going to do this again. Need some more, please. Clingy and mask, yeah. An ex, old relationships, dead relationships, old exes, or old ways. Okay, structures and patterns. Somebody's clingy. This narcissist would be hiding, concealing, and deceiving. Clear as day, right? There's clarity there, right? On that mountain. The chaos. They're masking the chaos they've caused. Possibly. Which deck am I using? This one. Told you I wasn't ready when I hit play. Distance, yeah. Bad choices, mixed signals, yeah. I feel like you haven't really seen these people in quite a while or something. Time has gone by. There's consequences to everything. Here, somebody ghosted a situation or whatever that is. Maybe you ghosted it. You can flip and, yeah, don't forget to flip and flop your energies and genders each and every time you feel fit. Just don't force it, right? Oh boy, we got psychopath and narcissist. Oh. Hello. Yeah, somebody's a psycho out there. Somebody is having an epiphany about it, and somebody needs to know that and make boundaries, because they will connive their way through. They will do whatever they can, but as soon as you make restrictions and boundaries, like you can do this, but you can't do that. You can do this over here, but you're not doing that. Yeah. And the disrespect that the narcissists have is really the disrespect that they have for themselves. It's really pathetic. I know there's always a psycho out there. There is. And this is talking about one of them right off the bat, Oh yeah, I'm going to take some of these. Starting over right off the bat, ending it and moving on, trying again. The X is back. Old exes, old ways, dead relationships. Starting over, this narcissist starting over. Trying again, trying to be a narcissist again. I'm not sure how that's going to play out with you, but show me what I need to see. Conquest, just another notch in the headboard, or is it the real deal? Actions speak the loudest. Yeah, with narcissists, because they're so used to conniving and manipulating situations, they don't know how to be stable and trustworthy and what, right? And their actions certainly don't line up with their words, if you notice. And you will when you get tired of it enough. Aquarius. Somebody's clingy. Somebody's caused a hell of a lot of chaos here. There's no winners, right? There's no winners out of this boxing match, right? There is a mixed blessing, however. There's a mixed blessing, believe it or not. Somebody's keeping the distance. I think the distance is the blessing. Bad choices, games, mixed signals. Yeah. There's consequences to everything we do, good and bad. Now, if we're aware of certain things and we keep on keeping on and they're not so good, which usually is the psychopathic or narcissistic way, right? Then, yeah, somebody around the home is having a hard time. The hearth and the harmony card is right over this. It cuts both ways. This could be a family. The narcissist has ruined a family or something. Somebody's trying to make boundaries and restrictions, hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Hi, Firefly. You're funny. Hi, Matt. 50 bucks a reading, and I'm anywhere from, say, a half an hour to maybe even an hour, 45 minutes long. I give you your money's worth. I get into it. Self-righteous, act spiritually superior. Yeah, condescending, preachy, psychopath, epiphany. Somebody's, oh my God, how things are connected, coming, together. Now, what I've learned here is, it is sad, I know. And what it is I've learned through a lot of research, going down my own road, I had to learn. And every psychopath, sociopath, sadist, whatever, has narcissistic tendencies, but not every narcissist is a psychopath or a sociopath or whatever. So that was interesting because, what I mean, a narcissist is a narcissist, but how far of a narcissist are they? This one is abusive. This one's very cunning. You can see it on the bottom, very conniving, somebody's having an epiphany and seeing how this is really, and spiritual narcissists, yeah, with these old ways, remember on the bottom, old ways, old structures, old belief systems that are falling away. Self-righteous spiritual narcissists turning it, with psychopath right there. Oh boy, Aquarius, who the hell are you dealing with here? All right, we're going to get a little more detail before we get into my tarot. Show me what I need to see. Yeah, there's a mixed blessing here, all right. Somebody's a whistleblower on this mental illness, right? Somebody's trying to start over, right? It's a conquest, there's chaos that they have, it's not just a mental illness, it's a personality disorder at the very least of it, because I'm feeling like the worst of the worst here. If you're dealing with somebody that's a narcissist, but not so bad, which some of them technically can be, I suppose. But you'll know, because you'll know in your situation, somebody whistleblowed, there's clarity here, right? A whistleblower. Ending it and moving on and trying again, starting over. This whistleblower needed to get the hell away from this person and start over. It was so clear to them that they were ill. They were not okay. Somebody out there very well could use some therapy, some serious self-help kind of information, meditation. We got to get the mind, body, and spirit aligned, right? In harmony, right? And balance, right? Somebody's drowning here, or they feel like they are. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Show me what I need to see. Show me what I need to see. All of a sudden, there's something about that quietness, the ghosted, separated. I feel crickets or something. I think they want me to take that card. Oh shit, she sees us. This is crowding you. Cuts both ways. Consequences to everything. Somebody's been very disciplined. On the other hand, I feel like it's time. The time is now, maybe. Time is ticking. Oh shit, she sees us. Or he. When I get a bunch, I pull the one on the bottom. Ruin. Drowning. Ask for help. There's help available. Make your boundaries, right? Stay in harmony. Do what you need to do to keep yourself content, you know. Be happy with what's around you. Stay in the moment, right? Kind of thing. I'm not sure. I think I'm just gonna, I already pulled that one. One more, please, and we can move on. Yeah, spiritual narcissist. Boy, I grew up with one. They're a bitch, too. Graduation. Somebody's leveling up. Are we coming into graduation? April? That's usually June. Maybe, you never know. Somebody's leveling up. Somebody's graduating. The psychopath self. Somebody's leveling up here. And how it's connected. Maybe you'll be at somebody's graduation and see how things are connected. You know, friends, family, community. Something about a graduation. I'm going to use my Herb Crafter's Tarot deck. 8 of Water reversed. Dealing with it hard. This whistleblower, starting over, clingy, old relationships, clear as a bell. This narcissist's dealing with it pretty hard. So what I'm thinking is a whistleblower, usually when they make their boundaries and change, and what happens is the energy gets forced back, right? That's why I always tell people the only way to get rid of it or not deal with it is to not deal with it at all. No, zero energy, you know, closed doors, closed conversations, do not, you know. But I feel like I just lost my train of thought here. I was my dissociative CPTSD that I was diagnosed with this narcissistic, sociopathic nut job that I dealt with. And somebody's dealing with their shit. See, their energy, it's coming back. The storms are coming back. That's what it was. 9 of Earth down. Somebody's on their own, right? Somebody's on their own here. Mental illness, conquest, chaos, masked, hiding, concealing, and cunning. Wow. There's just no real good things around this reading here. Somebody is not okay with this mental illness card here, right? Could also be representing lack. It could be lack mindset. It could be poverty. Lack of, you know, lacking mindset could be everything. You know, it could be like a victimhood, self-righteous victimhood kind of thing. Oh shit, she sees us. Somebody took a chance. Somebody needs to take a chance, right? There's distance here. Somebody ghosted a situation or something. And here I see what comes around goes around, even though this is the Fool, you know, with that circle in the middle is what I'm getting. Oh shit, she sees us. Seven of Fire, ruin. Yeah, boundaries. That's what this is. 7 of Fire is boundaries. So ding, 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 ding. Hold on. Ugh. 7 of Water. We got 2 7s in a row. Here's the 7 of Fire, Cinnamon. Making your restrictions and your boundaries around the home. Right? Hope, fear, challenge, and homework is the ruin. This family's ruined. We need to make boundaries now. People are feeling like they're, you know, maybe they're the ones that are getting the manipulated scapegoating tactics upon them. Or maybe they're just seeing it clear as day, because there's something clear as day here. The whistleblower, spot on, you know, whoever this was. 7 of Water. 7 of Water technically talks about the illusion of it all, right? The delusionary illusion. 7 of water, 7 of cups. The biome. Somebody's leveling up here from this person. It's clear as day. I feel like the community or whoever that is seeing it and recognizing it. Maybe you're going to find yourself in a place or something where this is going to be, where this is going to happen. This self-righteous, condescending narcissist, psychopath. That psychopath card gives me the heebie-jeebies, right? It's bad enough with a damn narcissist. 9 of fire. You're not taking me down, whistleblower. You're fucking right. Good. Whoever you are, whistleblower. Good. Because narcissists, they don't deserve anything, you know, with what they put out. What they put out, they don't deserve. And that they're, you know, because how we act is how we view ourselves, right? So if people are not healed, it's obvious, right? Feeling like the battled warrior. Definitely dealing with the narcissistic energy, you will feel like a battled warrior. Every scar has a story, you know? They're all about ruin, chaos, confusion. That's what they're on this planet to do that. But then they'll cry wolf and play victim. You know, and once you're on it and once you see it, you can't unsee it. And it's just ridiculous, you know? And then you're like, how did I not see this? You know? Because it's just so clear now. Yeah, it's painful. It is about ruin, rock bottom, mental illness. These people wanted this whistleblower in ruin. And they've grown. And that's what it's all about. Dead center in the reading. The moon reversed. This whistleblower is letting it out. Oh shit, she sees us. He could be scared. You know? This person took a chance. Started over. They're probably more than likely on their own. There are blessings here in disguise. Through this somehow. How did that happen? Okay. 6 of water. 3 of water reversed. Yeah, the memories of, I don't know if you can hear, but my kitty's in the sandbox. So if you hear that scratching, that's what it is. So 6 of water, ruin, yeah, the memories of it all, drowning, harmony, hearth and home. I feel like, you know, this is up. This is good memories, but I don't feel like there's many restrictions and boundaries. Oh my. Mad Hatter's Tea Party is now coming to a stop. It's not very fun now, is it? I feel like people were laughing at this person. They were laughing at this person in absolute ruin and heartbreak and what the fuck? And then you think that you're going to get good in life, whoever these people are. Like, you know, people need to fucking get it together out there and wake the fuck up, because they're feeling the storms. They're feeling the storms of their own wrath. They've sown, I feel. Oh shit, she sees us. Fucking right she does. Or he. Corandora, fire. The world. 3 of air. It's painful. I could leave it that way because it is sad. It is a long time ago, but it's still, you know, the 3. There's still 3, you know, 3, 3. I really feel like there's a group, you know. But anywho, Corandra Fire. Yeah. Somebody here, I like this. You can see the hands representing, age and wisdom, maybe a working hand, one that's been through and knows, more than likely divining, um, whistleblower here. Yeah, taking action, using that's the third eye thing. So the third eye whistleblower starting over, narcissist. Yeah, ha! Can't make it up. Door closed. Things are over. Rova. It's over. Mental illness. Yeah. And again, what comes around goes around. The world is very karmatic, just like the wheel of the year. This is like when lessons are learned and moved on. So this whistleblower has learned. They've come a long way, right? It's painful. They're on their own and more than likely having a hard time with funds or what, but that's exactly what the narcissist wants. And it sucks. It just does. It fucking hurts. Cuts both ways. The only blessing out of this is getting the hell away from this narcissistic, psychopathic piece of shit. And I'll say it, because I got sass and frass. I can't stand this kind of energy. I dealt with it my whole life. And I want you out there to get where I'm at, like the spiritual warrior kind of thing. Because they will play on your mental as long as you let them. And that is the sad fact, Jack. Whatever with that. Yeah. Spiritual narcissists. Why can't they just fucking worry about their own selves and not what everybody believes? Believe in what you want and leave everybody else the hell alone. You fucking whack jobs. Two of Earth reversed. Ruin. Not dealing with this. Trying to find harmony and balance things. Making restrictions and boundaries. You're going to have to. Maybe some of you already have to, because it's so clear. You have to make your own boundaries around your own home from this narcissist. Okay. Well, so be it. Higher, fire down. So just no drive, no passion in life. Like a weak vitality, like drowning. That's it, drowning. That's what I feel. And technically, this could represent a child. We're all somebody's child. Adelita, a fire, cayenne pepper. Oh, yeah, somebody's got some piss and vinegar. I like it. After the psychopathic, narcissistic energy wants to, degrade people and, shush them and suppress them, oh, don't talk about that. We're not supposed to talk about that. Why? Why can't we talk about it? Why? Why not? I don't know. I got questions. I don't know about you, but I got questions. Why do you always want to sweep things under the rug? Well, because you're shady as fuck. Oh, yeah. You're dealing with somebody that's wicked. We're going to get into this again. Where am I here? I guess we'll use my Rider-Waite deck. One of them, right? Show me what I need to see. Mental illness is real, and it is not fun. But technically, if you think about it, every single one of us on this planet, I believe personally, has some form of mental illness, you know, whether it's PTSD, CPTSD, anxiety, depression, um, autisms, dementias, ADHDs, ADDs, whatever the fuck, everybody has something at this point in time. Remember, the pharmaceutical company is not your friend, right? There's a pill for that. You got this? Oh, here's a pill for that. No, go back to the old days and learn about herbs and holistic medications, because the pharmacy industry is not your friend. The psychopathic narcissistic behavior is completely unjustified. This whistleblower is letting it out, letting people know how abusing and conniving it can be. The party's fucking over. Too bad, so sad for those evil ones. Their conquest, change of plans over here, right? I got change of plans causing all this chaos and illusionary delusions of people. And see, they wanted people to think that certain people were crazy, or they were alcoholics, or they weren't mentally able to do whatever it was. And with this whole thing with these circles here, I'm getting the tables have turned. And just because you think that of someone doesn't mean it's the truth. Damn. These illusions, these egotistical opportunists, people that are only there, around if there's something in it for them. Very stubborn, very greedy. This is definitely a narcissist that never really was on their throne to begin with. I think the whole thing of it, when he was on his, or she was on the throne, was the facade. Oh shit, she sees us. Where am I? Right here. No, right here. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. So the Magician down. Any of you that have been following me on my channel knows that the Magician down in my book is black magic, no matter how you try to look at it. This creator created evil intentions. Let's just put it that way. They created their evil intentions, see? Whatever they wanted, they made happen around this whistleblower. Wow, how these messages come through. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Trying to find peace and harmony. See, if you didn't want peace and harmony for the whistleblower, again, you're not going to find it yourself. The universal law of 3, you put it out there, you're getting it back times 3. This is why people need to be more conscious, slow down, get grounded, be real, wake up, whatever. These people were probably not thinking. They could be having emotional outbursts. Somebody's coming into the epiphany of this, self-reflection and untapped talent. Somebody's coming into their own spiritual gifts through this. Yeah, somebody's having an emotional outburst, playing the victim, playing the baby, because honestly, narcissists are just, overgrown, spoiled, rotten brats. Let's be honest here. That's what they are. They could be 80-something years old and act like a damn child. They don't want to face their feelings. Poor babies. Yeah. I don't think so. Unjustified, breaking chains, breaking these behaviors. Somebody's a whistleblower. And I'm really proud of whoever that is out there, Aquarius, and I hope it's you. I hope it's you, because the devil You know, the devil needs a bath. Fucking stinks. Ruined a family. All because of who they are. Yeah, there's a group of them. I knew it. Community. But we have graduation over here. Somebody is graduating. They're leveling up. I feel like it is good news. There's victory here over this mental illness and over this pain. Look, this person is riding away from the ruin, riding away from the pain, the betrayals, right? Not even looking back. Nope. Going forward. Even the people in the card, they're not even looking that way. They're looking forward. Nice. I like it. There is a victory in that all day. The deception is out there of how messed up people really are, how unhealed, how incredibly reckless and deceitful. This psychopath is very unpredictable at this point, I feel. This narcissistic energy has grown to, I feel, yeah, like it's like they're on their last leg. They got to win at all costs. They're like they'll do anything, anything, which is kind of freaky. So maybe stay vigilant. Queen of Cups. They hate this Queen of Cups, mental illness. It's a conquest. It's a quest. They hate this person. Where am I here? Over here. I keep going over there. Yeah. And this is the Six of Water. The memories of the hate. The memories of the ruin. Did the narcissist make this whistleblower person? Did they put obstacles in their path so they couldn't, move forward? Did they make it harder for this person? Did they set them up to fail? There's all kinds of scenarios, A whistleblower telling on the narcissist, or, bringing it to light. Somebody's bringing it to light. Somebody's singing like the canary on the whistleblower. On the narcissist. Somebody's singing like a canary. Sing, 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 my friends. Sing, sing, sing. This self-righteous piece of shit. Yeah, things are happening. The news and communication and the connection of things. I feel like some of you are really going to be coming into some sort of situation where you're going to have to be quick on your feet, because somehow the conversation about the psychopathic, egotistical whack job has ruined the family, and how it's just all connected. I can't make this up, people. Conniving, unpredictable, and abusive. Making restrictions and boundaries is a number one around this person. Being as vigilant as you can be. I don't like these vibes, what's going on in the world. We did just have the New Year thing come through with the fire horse energy. So happy New Year to you out there. We're going to really get into this year now. Being the fire horse energy, being the number 1 year, we're going to go right into it. We already are into it with the Epstein files, and how deep that goes is, I don't even know if any of you know how deep it goes yet. I happen to have researched very deeply. I mentioned it in a couple videos ago, Depending on all of you, maybe you are a deep researcher like I am, but I don't think most people really are. But you should be pissed. You should be. It involves all of us, and down to the live wire of the whole thing with the files is we got to find a way to stop funding this shit. It's Domino's, it's Pizza Hut, it's everywhere. It's McDonald's. It's everywhere. It's Walmart. It's everywhere. All right, Page of Swords down. And the Nine of Pentacles down again. Ding, 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 ding. Somebody is definitely on their own. Somebody is definitely in a lack mindset. Somebody could be in poverty, right? They're in ruin, rock bottom. Wow, somebody's not standing up for what's right. They're not listening to their intuition. It's clear as day. Clear as day with this mountain card here. And literally, this narcissist could be on a mountain. I said that before, and it's coming through again. So it could be. Three of Swords again. Ding, 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 ding. Damn, this is a painful ending. Somebody's heart was broken. Three of Swords is being clarified and validated by Three of Swords. Oh shit, she sees us. I guess they shouldn't have been planting that fucking bullshit in the first place. You know, what are you doing, people? What are these people doing? Queen of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Nine of Swords down. It's fucking clear as day. Nine of Swords down. It's about getting out of the nightmare. The nightmare being over, right? We got to heal from this shit. It was so cunning. It was so deceiving and so covert. Off with their heads, damn straight. You're not dealing with it. She's not even looking at that juggling card, right? It's ruined. Hope, fear, challenge, and homework. Somebody needs to take their medicine. This narcissist needs to take their medicine. High fire down, Page of Pentacles. Yeah, nobody has any drive to go forth and take an opportunity. Somebody graduated. They're scared. They're intimidated. This person was intimidating for them to be intimidated. See how it comes back. Yeah, self-righteous pricks. Yeah. I'm in a mood today. And I got sass and frass, and most of my viewers know it. They just do. I don't play games with this shit, man. It's not cool. I'm going to give you a Celtic tree oracle for the change of the seasons. You know, I didn't do that. I do take reversals in this deck. Show me. Okay. Code Grove, number 21, which is the World card in Tarot. Things are completed. Somebody has moved on. Somebody is completely changed, when that's what it's about. You know, 21. Don't forget to flip and flop again, should you need to. Was this upright? I think so. Code Grove represents the most important holiday in the Celtic cosmology. When you receive the grove in a reading, you are asked to reconnect to what is spiritually meaningful to you and to give your gratitude. This is the time to consider the sacred and connect with spirit or source. Take time to sit in silence and review your year. See, didn't I just say we came into the new year? You know, people think that the new year starts January 1st, you know. Listen for messages from your ancestors. Meditate, contemplate death. The Celts readily made space for the dead and believed they sent healing, guidance, and support to the living. What messages are they sending you? Remember that these beings are your support team and that you are loved and cherished. Perhaps your relatives were limited within their personalities while they were alive, and your history with them is not that positive. In spirit, however, they are open to a greater sense of wisdom and love to share with you. The grove represents your community. Spend time with like minded others in ritual and ceremony. Reconnect with your source together in celebration and with gratitude. Do you have a place that's sacred to you? Do you have a spiritual group or a temple, a grove, a center, or church that's meaningful to you? Or the woods? Do you have a spiritual practice that supports you? What's your spiritual lineages have relevance for you? What spiritual lineages have relevance for you? It's time to seek answers to these questions. If you have no answers, it's time to include the spiritual within your life. Explore what has true meaning for you. It's time to develop a spiritual practice. A lot of you are just getting into this spiritual stuff. A lot of you are not necessarily North Noders on my channel. I have been kind of feeling that way lately, that I have a lot of newer curiosities out there. We'll just say that. What next? What time are we on? Almost 50 minutes. All right, so we'll give you a few of these. All right, I guess those are the ones. I couldn't even pick them up. We got the 8 of hearts, 10 of diamonds. Yeah, cuts like a knife, man. It hurts. It sucks. It's over, Rover. There is some flattery here, though, or you are flattered or taking a desire towards something. I like that. This is the star, my favorite card. Ding, 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 which is all hope, healing, faith, manifesting. I like it. You know, it's success in all enterprises. I like it. So that's good for you, knowing after something so difficult and dark, right? Somebody could be changing or moving, changing residences, or moving, or things are moving. It's for the better. Sooner or later, somebody's moving for the better. Okay. And here's the clover, 5 of clubs. Yeah, good tidings after great chagrin. Yeah, happiness is coming. We just got past St. Patty's Day, which I don't know if any of you know, but St. Patrick isn't even Irish. Everything we're taught is a lie. Unbelievable in these days what we're coming into. You know, we're dealing with aliens, we're dealing with supernatural, we're, you know, all these things that, you know, 20 years ago we would never be thinking about like this. All right, so Aquarius, these are your messages. There's a lot here. There's a lot of good coming for you. Thank God out of this stuff. You got to do what's right. Stay, you know, focused on your mission. Do what you need to do. Make your boundaries with this person. Obviously, there is no good intent in this person or this psychopath whatsoever. So get the hell away from them, man. You know, stay vigilant. Lock your fucking windows. Make sure, you know. These are the times anyway. I don't trust, you know. Keep your guns at arm's length, you know, or what? I don't know. You can figure it out. These are the times. This person's a nut job. Be cool, be kind, be patient, and just be a good human after all this, honestly. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Smash that like, share, and subscribe button if you haven't already. Help a girl out. I'll see you soon. Ciao.